Hey there, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Pacific and 6:30, no, 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. Always mess those two up. And this is a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end so you can be part of the process along the way and come and chit chat and just hang out with us here in the evening. So tonight we are working on my Jean Quilt again. I am trying to wrap up this project. We are all the way on the label. I'm making the label from some of the excess back fabric, and it's in reverse right now, but it's April 2011 to January 2020, and then my signature on there. That is when I started it. So April 2011. So this is a project that needs to get done. So I'm super happy that we're finishing it up. The label is stitched. What I'm going to do tonight is clean up the edges by sewing it to another piece of fabric, and then we will place it on the quilt, and I'm hoping to start hand stitching it onto the quilt. Maybe we'll get it done, but I want to at least start the hand stitching of it, and then that is it. That is it for this quilt. Once this label goes on, binding's done, everything's done. All it needs is a wash, and we will have a good, finished, usable quilt, so it can be my little gravity blanket on my bed. So I'm stoked before the winter is over. So that's winter barely began, and it'll be done. So this is an almost decade-long project. So awesome, you guys. I'm going to flip you around, and we'll get started tonight. Okay, I got the sewing machine out again, too. So this is it's been a little while for the machine. I did get the new car, so that's why I'm a little late tonight. Oh, dang, that took forever. All that paperwork and everything. Man, we were just there for a long time. But we got it. If you missed it, I posted a photo of the new car and my poor little old car, and it was sad leaving the old car. I was sad. I was okay, and then John was like, "Oh, you're gonna miss the old car," and then I got real sad. But new car's nice, and I'll survive. So, all right. So here is the label. I just kind of cut it out with a lot of excess. That'll go away. What I want to do is find another piece, hopefully close to as wide. And I think this was kind of the piece right here, although it gets skinny real quick. Got some weird excess on here from the batting. Let me snip that off. But I'm hoping to find like a matching side. So let's put right sides together. I don't have my ironing board or anything set up, so we're gonna just try and deal without it tonight. There, I want to put right sides together. Okay, this will work fine. So I'm gonna trim these together. I'm actually gonna put wrong sides together while I trim it, so I can see the text, and then I'll put right sides together after that. So let's just cut this off. There we go. Oh, I'm up a little high there for you guys. So I'm going to. I'm not even gonna use a. Well, should I use a ruler? I could use a ruler. Let's use a ruler. Alright, we'll switch to the rotary cutter and the ruler. So I'm just going to go maybe 3/4 of an inch or so below my text. It won't matter so much because it's going to kind of blend into the background, but I kind of like to be a little the same. So, alright, let's do it on let's do 1/4 inch on like the normal size letters, the ones that don't have any descenders. And obviously I wrote this by hand, so it's not all perfect, but let's go right there, and I'm gonna trim this. Oh, thanks you guys, thanks Robin. We got a Dodge Grand Caravan, which is a minivan. But what's awesome is that it has the stow and go seating, which means that all the seats completely disappear into the floor, and you don't have to actually take the seats out and like store them in your garage or something like that. So that was like the ideal bit of it. Was that I wouldn't have to remove seats all the time to use it as a van, because it's primarily going to be a hauling around stuff van. But I wanted the option of, people being able to go in it still. It is, I think they call it granite. So it's kind of like a dark, I think this is good. It's a dark gray. Oh, you know what? I could have used an actual ruler. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this rectangular. I already had a straight line cut here. It looks kind of crooked. I should just use that straight line to cut the other bit here. We'll go like on the 1/8 line here. There we go. Now that'll be a straighter cut. We still have the 1/4 inch there. Ugh, actually it should be a bit taller. I'm trying to get too perfect on this thing that was just going to be super easy and quick, but I'm just going to trim off this top a little. It was looking a little diagonal. Good enough. As long as the sides are the same. So I'm going to trim here. Just the edge off. I should have just done this with the scissors. I'm trying to be too perfect with the ruler. But I want to have, the least amount to stitch later, really. There, we'll go right like that. Okay. So now I'm going to put the right sides together. So I'm just going to move that one here and move this one to the top. This is actually the wrong side. It looks very similar on the back, but I actually do have the right sides together. And now I'm going to sew around the edge, and I want to just leave like a little bit open, so it has a hole that I can turn it right side out in. Oh yes, I'm gonna have to do an emergency kit for sure, Sylvia. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna have to get that going real quick here, because one of the weird things about this car is that it doesn't have a spare. So we feel super weird about that. They gave up the spare for the stow and go. So we might actually have to carry a spare with, or some sort of weird spare kit. All right, I have some of this, I have just a little bit of this blue thread left, so I have it right here too. So I'm going to use this thread, and I'll try stitching with this thread too. I think it'll blend in really nice. So I got to switch the machine over. It's been a while with this little guy. I'm excited to be using it again. Oh, your friend is a Dodge van. Oh, funny. Yep, so done deal. We, just for fun, we recorded like the last mileage in the old car. I almost want to print. So our old car had 240,000 miles on it. And I took a picture of that. And I almost want to print it and paste it in the new car as a goal that I want the new car to last that long. We'll see. But it made it that far, that little car for us. All right, switching around. So that's what I'm thinking, Gretchen. Just maybe like an emergency kit with that like tire blow up stuff or whatever. They're just expecting everyone to have AAA or whatever. But if I'm, driving in the middle of nowhere or whatever, and AAA is not going to be coming for like 8 hours or something crazy, then, that's a problem.
And we don't even have AAA. It's whatever our insurance has, and so who knows how that stuff goes. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it to start hauling stuff. Oh no, I missed my poor car. But it's okay. It was time. That other guy, the car that we got rid of, was a 1996 Ford Explorer Sport, and the power steering wasn't working anymore, really, and and the repairs ended up were just going to be too much for us to deal with it. I mean, we've repaired it for, a decade now, over a decade, so it was finally time. Oh gosh, this sounds smooth. I have not used this machine for a while. It is smooth, smooth. So I'm just sewing around the edge right now. I'm not pinning or anything. I don't need it to be perfect, even though I spent time dinking around cutting it. I'm not even gonna press it. I don't have my iron set up right now, so we're gonna just see what happens without doing all that. Ooh, feels good to sew again. I'm glad we're gonna be getting back into sewing on Monday again with the not the triangle tangle quilt, the granny squares quilt. Although I might not be sewing right away. I gotta pick fabric and everything for that project yet. So we'll talk about that a little bit on Monday. All right, so I need to sew not all the way to the end here. I need that little gap so I can turn it right side out. We'll go about 3 inches or so here. So about right there, I think. You drove a Ford Explorer and loved it. I mean, it lasted 23 years, little guy. All right. Oh, I used to sell Fords when mine was new. Oh, that's so funny. Well, they lasted a long time. All right, I'm just clipping the corners here, so you can see. I use that blue thread. It's a little wiggly here. Sorry about that. Just snipping the corners so there's less bulk when I turn this right side out. Hopefully that won't be too hard to do. Get my little scrippy scraps out of the way. All right, now where'd that go, that opening go? Oh, right here. So I don't have a real good tool, I think, nearby me for doing these long tubes, but I think we're gonna be okay. So see, I'm turning it right side out, and so the benefit of doing this is now I have a nice finished edge, and then I could just stitch down that edge really quick, versus like having to needle turn it and needle turn applique it on. I can just applique it with a perfect, nice finished edge. Okay, I do have, let's use this. One of these guys, one of these hemostat guys. I probably won't use it as a clamp, but I will use it to poke my corners out here. There we go, 2 good corners. What I could do, I mean, these are those hemostats that people like using for turning things right side out. So what you do is you open it. It's got these little clasps there that make things tighter and tighter and tighter, but you just kind of push it open. So what people like using these for is, I got to turn this tube wrong side out, or right side out. So I'm going to stick this into the tube. I don't want to get my stitching, so I want to be careful for that. Come on, there it goes. And now I'm going to open it up like a scissors, and then I'm going to grab the end like that and clamp it down so it's tight, and then I can pull it out, and I can really pull because this clamp is super dang strong. That's not going to come undone. So there we go. Undo it. Easy peasy. And now I'm just going to use it as like a little stick. Oh, your hubs wants a Ford Flex. Those are the square looking ones, aren't they? Yeah, I had a very, very limiting and specific criteria, and it all focused around the stone ghost eating. I wanted the tallness of a van. Like I could put, drywall in there if I wanted it. It's tall enough to do that, and but I wanted the seats available to me without uh, having to take them out. That was a big thing. I did not want to store them anywhere. Oh, I did poke that corner up well enough. So there was only 2 cars that did that, and it's from the same company, Chrysler, Dodge. Um, they're the same, one and the same. And so we checked out the Chrysler version, which is the more expensive and in theory fancier version, even though we didn't feel like there was that much difference. So we went for the cheaper Dodge version. That worked just fine. All right, you guys, there we go. We kind of have our little almost finished tape here. The only bit that isn't finished is the little hole opening here, but I figure once I get to that part of stitching, I'll just be able to stitch that shut. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move all of this sewing machine stuff and bring my quilt back here. And you know what? I think I'm going to take my thread off of the bobbin. So here, I know a lot of people do this, you guys do this, but when you have just barely any thread, look, I have barely any left there, where you have just enough, you can use this, the thread from the bobbin, use up the bobbin thread to do your hand stitching. Then you can get a free bobbin, because, you don't want a bobbin with just that much left. It's basically garbage at that point. So, all right, I'm going to throw the machine on the ground quick. We will move our extension table here. I just want enough room for my quilt here. Okay, and here's the Jean Quilt just waiting for us. Let's fold it back over. Oh, it's so big and heavy. Oh, I'm so excited, and we are there. It is just about done. So let's find just the right spot. So this is the lower left-hand corner of the back. I know that because that's where I put my tag. There, my little penguin and fish tag. So I want this kind of somewhere in this area. So it's going to go just live right on that like this. I'm going to hand stitch it to it. So it's almost going to look like it's going to blend right in, and we can actually, make it exactly blend right in if we wanted to. Just like really fussy place this. Here, this looks like the same square right there. So we could go from here over, but that might get just too finicky. Oh, that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll just go right here. So, all right, let's get some pins. I do have some. There we go. I have some little applique pins. Oh, you're working on the snow day embroidery. Oh, good, Don. That's awesome. All right. Oh, you guys, and just so you know, for the bundle, for the new embroidery of the month bundle, I have it here. So here again is the embroidery of the month. This is January's embroidery. I think I only have 3 more bundles left. So that's crazy. So you guys bought all of them the first day it was out, the first and second day that the bundles were out, which is amazing, and I so appreciate it. It comes with that tea towel and that cute keychain and stuff. So once those are gone, since it is still so early, I probably have enough time before the end of the month to get more parts for the kit in. So I will put it on like a pre-order. So if you missed the bundle this first time, because we're done with them. They're practically gone, way faster than I was expecting. I will make a pre-order button for them, and then I will order a few more parts. So make sure to order the pre-order one, and then you'll get it later in the month. So you probably won't get it in time for our stitch along, but you should get it in time before the end of the month still. Oh, you can't get the bundle till next week. It may be gone by next week. But again, like I think, the pre-order. I'll do a pre-order for them again, so they'll be available later in the month again too. They'll be on pre-order until they're really available again. Then I'll just take them off pre-order. I'll ship them, right when I get everything in. So those of you that have bought the bundle already, I'm going to be starting to ship those out tomorrow. So normally I wouldn't pin this much, but now I am getting kind of specific, trying to match up all these little squares, which is just silly. I don't know why I'm taking all that time to do that, but I think pinning this is going to just speed things up too. I hope I'm not, I'm only pinning through this surface. But yeah, so if you see that the bundle is no longer part of on the website, that means they're sold out, and I just need to make the preview, or what did we just call it? The pre-sale or pre-whatever. I just have to make the new listing, so keep checking back, because I'll try and do that right when they come down, unless I'm sleeping. But yeah, if they're gone by tomorrow, then I will get the new listing to pre-order. That's the word. To pre-order it up tomorrow. All right, I think I'm going to just pin the top there and kind of wing it on the bottom. Or maybe over here, a few of them match up, so let's just keep pinning. It'll make the whole thing easy. Oh, I could use some glue. The difference is that this is like two-sided, so even if I glue down the one side, it's still going to kind of be poofy. I think this will take care of that a little bit. We're almost done. A few more little pinny pins. I think I'm probably going to start just on this bottom row. Work my way around. There, we'll stretch this guy down here. Oh, Shirley, you ordered your bundle today. That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, there's like 3 left, I think, last I checked, and that was a couple hours ago. So I'll have to check again. But if it's not in the store anymore, then they're gone, and I will get a new listing up soon. So all right, I'm gonna start here. We'll go around. I'll close up the space right away, and we will work on getting rid of all of these. So all right, I am going to get the bobbin thread out again. I'm going to use this thread. Let's get my little scissors. Got my little messy area next to me here. And here is my thimble lady stuff. So I just have it all in a baggie right now. I haven't organized it yet, but I want to use my new thimble lady thimble again. We'll do that, and I need a needle. Let's get Zeb out here again, and I put that nice thimble lady one, that really sharp one right here. All right. Hello. All right, let's get this. So I'm going to throw on that thimble. Let's grab ourselves some thread. Whoop, it's getting away from me. So I'm not going to do a ton of thread. Although this thread might be a bit stronger than the other stuff I was using, but let's just do that. Get him out of my way. I don't want to lose that needle sitting right here. I know little Zeb is so cute. Love those little guys. She's a lot of fun new stuff too. Fish Museum and Circus is who does those cute little pin cushions. All right, so I'm going to wrap my thread around here, make a little knot. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get used to this on my finger again. Oh, Kathy. Okay, good. Kathy, I was gone all afternoon, so I didn't get back to your emails yet. So good. I'm happy that worked out. Thanks so much for letting me know. Yeah. That car situation took so much longer than I was expecting. All right, let's see. This is kind of the opposite direction of what I want to be working in, I think. We're going to try and rotate. Maybe we'll try stitching it in a position that's weird for me. Let's just do that. So I'm going to just come up from the back just to get that knot underneath. Ooh, I'm going to have to get used to this again. So this is one of those situations where I got to get used to using the thimble in all different directions. Like if this was on a frame or something. The other thing I need to watch is that I'm only stitching through the back layer of fabric, not all the way to the front. So I'm kind of doing upside down stitches here, so it's going to be a little awkward for me, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, this is going to be super awkward for me. I'm going to end up going the wrong direction when I get to the other side. I'm in it now. Yep, I think I'm setting myself up for a problem here. But I can finish this thread and then I can start someplace else. I think that's what I'm going to do. This is working, I suppose. I feel like I'm a little bit backwards, which I think I am. I'm not backwards, I'm upside down. Then I'm in my head. Oh, I should take a pin and close this gap, though, just so I don't have to deal with that. The gap goes to here. All right, let's get another pin out. Make sure that underside is there. All right, I think that'll do. So I'm going to work on this for the rest of the evening, and I'm not sure if I'll get all the way done tonight, so we'll finish this up tomorrow. And I think if I'm still working on this tomorrow, but I finish it with a bunch of time left over, which might be the case, I might try and practice some hand quilting on that swan embroidery. I think that might be fun. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Sticking with the hand, stitching a little bit. Wow, I'm definitely not being perfect on this, but it's going. Oh, Nolene, I was going to ask you about that too. How are you Australians doing? It seems pretty scary. Pretty scary. Let us know if you are out of harm's way. It's so crazy. Like stitching with this blue thread, I feel like I'm stitching invisibleness because like I can barely see my thread, I can barely see my needle, just because they're all blending in. But that's good. That was what we were going for, right? Yeah, Leslie, they're talking about it on NPR a lot today too. I had it on in the background, or just on the drive home. All right, let's try and do this where I don't have my hand underneath there, and I just catch the top. It's kind of like hand quilting. You gotta get the thimble working. So just trying to grab that top fabric, not my batting and stuff so much. I get positioned a little bit better here. I feel like I'm trying to get into the groove of things again with this stitching. It's feeling super awkward, but we do have this bottom line, and it does look like it kind of blends right in. That's kind of cool. I'm glad we spent the extra few seconds trying to match those up a little bit. All right, there. The needle's helping me. The thimble, I mean. We're going to drive the new car to the office tomorrow. I'm excited for that. It's truly scary. I'm glad that, okay, so the fires haven't affected you guys. Oh, but only a matter of time. Well, I don't like to hear that. So you guys just need no wind and a pile of rain. Ugh. Scary. Well, keep us informed. I'm feeling super awkward with this tonight. I think it is because I'm upside down compared to how I normally stitch, but it's going. Yeah, I was hearing today just basically like fire tornadoes going through towns and oh god. So we're thinking of you guys there and keep us posted. We are approaching corner number 1. So this feels like stitching a binding at least. You know, I was saying how I get annoyed with making labels because in my head the binding is the last step, and then when I'm like, I got a label to do yet, I get bummed out. But hand stitching a label feels like stitching a binding still, so I'm having fun. Gretchen, we did not install the tow thing on the car. We were gonna just have them do it right away, but I think we're gonna shop around. Like our local guy might be able to do it, or I don't know. We wanted to drive the car right away too, so we didn't want to leave it there. We are getting like rust protection and stuff on it, so we have to bring it back for that. And it was missing. It was a used car. It's missing one of the like seat flap covers or whatever in the back, so they're gonna provide one of those, but they have to order it. So it will have to go back, but we just I don't know. We're gonna shop around for that towing thing, but we definitely still want it because then we can put bikes on there, or I'm hoping to use it for like trade shows and that sort of thing. So that might require getting a little trailer or something. So we want to get it. I know, Terry, it is getting there. It is so getting there. I think it is going to take till tomorrow. This is still quite a bit of hand stitching. The label turned out so much longer than it was in my head, but if I really would have thought about it, I would have known it would be at least this long. In my head, I'm just stitching like a little square label on here, which I could have, but I think it's kind of fun doing labels this way. I did this for the Splendid Sampler too. I mean, for one, oops, I lost my thread. For one, it's fun just to use that leftover fabric, and I don't know, it's fun embroidering it. But yeah, I did this like, I like this light color. It's just gonna kind of blend in, but if you look for it, you'll see it. In theory, I could have embroidered it right into the back, or this back fabric by like popping the knot through, kind of like how we do for the hand quilting. But, oh geez, I thought I lost the thread. I thought it was still on there though. Boo! My thread's getting short and it's invisible because it's the same thread, it's the same color as the background, so I'm having a hard time seeing it. So I keep popping it off. I'm just not used to stitching with this small needle or my thimble yet, so all these variables are messing me up here. I think I'm going to try and rotate it now to do this other side. I don't trust my stitching backwardsness with my other hand. Like if I were to do this on a, like if this was on a quilt frame or something, and I couldn't move it. We'll just move it because I can right now. Yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking, Arloa. Like, maybe we just shop around and, you know, they can't get it done right away anyway, and we don't necessarily need it immediately, but, you know, this is the same thing that we said when we got our other car. We were going to get the tow package, and then we never went forward with that, but this time I think we will. All right, I'm just putting like an extra little tie in or extra little loop in the end. Oh my god, this is heavy. Let's just rotate all of this. I think I'm just gonna scoot you guys down. We'll move down this way. That'll be the easiest way. Let's just slide over here. There we go. Do it upside down for a hair. Okay, and then I can start popping these pins out. I'm going to have to break some of these habits when I start hand quilting. Like, I'm not going to be able to grab underneath like this. And I'm going to want to do it in all sorts of different directions and stuff too. So we're going to have to improve, but for right now, I just wanted to get this label on. But that's the type of stuff I want to practice with that swan embroidery. Oh, it only takes a few hours a day to put a toe pack. Well worth getting. Oh, good to know, Noli. Yeah, so I just think we're going to shop around. But yeah, there's been many times with the one that we didn't get it on that we're like, should have did that because we can bring our bikes to here and all that. And I mean, with this new van, we can probably fit the bikes on the inside, but still, if we are hauling other stuff, we're not going to want to do that. So yeah, it needs to happen, especially before summer, when we might want to use bikes or do a summer trade show or something. Oh, Gina, no way. This is for sure going to be like the best freaking weighted blanket for sure. All right, I'm going to tie this off. I think this is just getting a little too short for my liking. So I'm just going around the same spot. And I'm just going to tie a knot there as well. That's good enough. Getting used to the thimbles still. I'm getting there though. This feels like an off day for me with the thimble though. The other day I felt awesome. Today I'm feeling a little off with it, but that's okay. I'll get used to it. Used to it one of these days here. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, so there was, when I was in art school, hold on, I gotta find there it is. I have to find my bobbin with the rest of my thread on. But when I was in art school, this is before like weighted blankets was a thing or whatever, but there was an installation artist. Ooh, I think I have the wrong end here. Hold on, I'm getting to the end of the floss, so it's getting all twisted up. So I want to use it up. But there was an artist who sewed river rock. So, you know, those really flat, super smooth river rock. She sewed those into a quilt. So she made a quilt, and, you know, every 3-inch square, like every 3-inch bit, there was a sewn in river rock, like flat river rock. So many river rocks. So imagine how, like, weighted and amazing that that quilt was. It was so funny. So it was an installation that people could go into. And I remember so many late nights at the office, or at school, and there'd be someone sleeping underneath that blanket every time. All right, tie my little knot again. That was a good blanket. So this is definitely a little reminiscent of that, I think. Yeah, let's remove this pin. Where did we leave off? I can't even see. Oh, right there. Okay. I'm going to pop up here. Need to tuck that thread in there. It's hard to see. Go around that spot one more time. Kind of lock it in. Oh gosh, yeah, that would be hard to wash. I bet you that never got washed. But yep, that'd be a tough one to use that in a practical sense. But for the sake of art and the sake of art students sleeping, it was pretty good. Ugh, again, I'm just kind of awkward right here. Oh, I was gonna maybe. I'm going back. I'm going upside down. Like normally, I have the top fabric on the underneath and the back fabric on top, and so I feel like I'm going backwards a little bit. But I think we'll be okay. It's blending into the background though, for sure. It looks like it just blends in. Oh man, I'm losing my thread again. It is one of those nights, I think, for crafting just awkwardness. Gotta have some of those nights, right? It's like if you're writing, I'm guessing it. Some days it just can't write quite as well. feeling like that for crafting today. Honestly, I think it's just because I haven't decompressed from the day yet. I mean, I got back from the car. That went so late, and from buying the new car and jumping right in here, I feel like I'm starting to calm down just right now. Yes, the crafting gremlins, yes, fighting me they don't want me finished with this project. They were happy to live unfinished in this project until now. I'm reckoning it's like the resistance to finishing something is working against me. Oh, this is truly the last step though, if you don't include washing it. Technically it's done, but if I want to use it, I'll want it washed. This has 10 years of floor all over it. So, yuck. Lots of different floors. Car floors. Traveling to my parents' house, and my parents' floors are floors. Yuck. It needs a washing. Oh, Kathy, that is so happening. I keep losing the blue thread, and the needle is so small. I'm not, I'm used to my embroidery needle, which is big, and I can see it easily. This one's a bit tricky. Kind of making a little bit bigger stitches though. Oh, old quilts feel weighted to you because of a different batting or something. That could be. There we go. Gonna get along here. Almost done with the date part. Oh gosh, it's almost 9:30 already. I guess I started a little late. I don't know if I'll keep going tonight though, like I did last night, because we do have quite a bit here, and I am extra awkward tonight, so maybe I need an evening to get back into it. But we are almost halfway done here. We almost have the. I think this is where we started. Yep, this is my starting point. So almost gonna have the first chunk, and then we'll have the last chunk tomorrow. I think it'll go much faster because we don't have to get the sewing machine out or anything. We just get to start with the hand stitching. So we'll finish that off tomorrow, easy peasy, and we'll take a look at the swan embroidery again. I might want to start playing with some hand stitching practice on that hand quilting. Try that rocking motion and stuff. Oh man, it's I can't believe how many winters though I've said, "Oh, I'll get this done this winter and we'll have it for winter," and that never happened. So this winter for real, I'll get to use it. About time. That's for sure. Ooh, I feel like I just almost started to get in a groove there. My grandma used a lot of flannel as batting. Oh yeah, I would think it'd be a great way to like a blanket or a flannel or wool or something that's getting just too ratty or something. Throwing that inside a blanket, or even cutting it up and using it as the outside fabric. I'm guessing that was something that was done. Ugh, it's cruising along now. Oop, I think I'm not quite matching up my squares anymore. So that'll be that noticeable. I do like how it's kind of blending in though. I think that'll be fun. Especially once I wash it, I think it'll all kind of meld together even more. A few more stitches with this thread. It's kind of getting to that short point where I start accidentally pulling it off the needle all the time. I think I'm kind of getting that you push down in front to get the fabric up, and that's kind of the hand quilting action a little bit. So practicing for tomorrow. Feels like I'm starting to get it though again. I just needed a warm up session. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's always the case with hand stitching. You need 20 minutes warm up, and then you start cruising along. That seems logical. That might be needed. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, it's crazy. This is just. I feel like I'm checking things. It's only like the second day of the new decade, and I'm checking things off the list. Like our poor little car, we got that done out of the way. He was not doing well for a long time, that car. So that got taken care of. This quilt's getting taken care of. Let's see what else is gonna happen this year. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good year. All right. Oop, I almost lost my thread there. We'll go a little farther. I'm going to stop before I get to the corner, which is all the way over here. You might not even be able to see it. First of all, I don't think I have enough thread to get me that far, but I don't want to have to end on that section. I really hope I'm not going through all the way to the other side, but I don't think I am. Feels like I'm just getting that top. I think I'm calling it right here. I'm going to tie this off. Let's see. I think I might just call it an evening here too. I will pick it up, a nice new thread, go from here to there. That should take no time at all. And then I want to get that swan embroidery back out with another layer of fabric and some batting, and I want to practice hand quilting that. And I'll even try and see if I can find a quilting hoop that might work for that. That'd be kind of nice. I would like to give that a try before we start on all our other projects on Monday. All right, just kind of tucking in my thread. We'll trim that up. Uh-oh. I almost lost the needle in the table here. All right, so there we go. Hold on a sec. There we go. I literally almost got this stuck in the center of the table. All right, I'm gonna just move it out of the way so I don't lose it. Okay, so let's take a look at it again this way. We are blending into the background there, but you know what we did earlier by sewing that other piece on and then turning it right side out? I mean, I just got to stitch around quick. I didn't have to tuck anything under. I mean, I still pinned it, but I have a nice finished edge, and I don't have to deal with that tuck and stitch, like you do with needle turn applique. So we ended around here somewhere, or right there. I'm going to have to feel it out tomorrow because it's invisible. And we ended right here. So just one more thread going around, and it will be done by tomorrow. Awesome. All right, you guys, I'm going to flip you around. Hello. So thank you guys so much for joining me here again tonight. And while I finish this up, I'm just super duper stoked about it. Yeah, this will be a done project, except for washing. A done project tomorrow. And it'll feel good. So again, you guys, here is the embroidery of the month. I will be stitching it onto a tea towel, and a tea towel is what's actually in the kit, not this normal fabric. It's a tea towel, and it has little words love stitched in there and little hearts on it. So that and the tea towel. Let's see if I have that. Oh, it has like the floss in there, and then a really cute keychain that's buried here. So, and then this really kind of fun, big, kind of chunky wooden keychain that says like "Love wins" and "Live simply, create, enjoy life." Lots of good fun phrases, and on this neat like vintage style hand. So that's in there as well. I do have a separate listing for hoops and needles, so I don't have that directly in the bundle because I know a lot of people have them already, but if you do need them, I do have those available in a bundle as well. So thank you guys so much. Oh, I should have a celebratory beverage tomorrow. Oh, that'd be fun. We'll have to see. I'm trying to do a dry January, but not sure how long that'll last. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.